Today is 27th September 2021. Dear students of class 11, hope you are all well. Today we will discuss on some questions on the poem The Sick Rose by William Blake. What is the role of rose in this particular poem? What is the role of rose? In the poem, the poet William Blake highlights the sickness of rose. I repeat, in the poem The Sick Rose, the poet highlights the sickness of rose. The poem suggests that the rose is also responsible for her loss of innocence. The poem also suggests that the rose is also responsible for her loss of innocence. Her bed of crimson joy symbolizes her lust, L-U-S-T. Her bed of crimson joy symbolizes her lust. Though she is publicly modest, she is privately passionate. Though she is publicly modest, she is privately passionate. Her beauty has attracted the worm. Her beauty has attracted the worm. Her sickness is the result of her own passion. Her sickness is the result of her own passion. The dark secret love is perverted, P-E-R-V-E-R-T-E-D. The dark secret love is perverted. The message is that evil forces can destroy the beauty, overflowing with passion and joy. The message is that evil forces can destroy the beauty, overflowing with passion and joy. Here rose is a conventional symbol of love, beauty, and innocence. Here rose is a conventional symbol of love, beauty, and innocence. Now the second question is, what is the role of worm in the poem? What is the role of worm in this particular poem? Now the worm is an evil, destructive force. The worm is an evil, destructive force. It is an agent of decay and death. It is an agent of decay and death. It can only corrupt innocence. It can only corrupt innocence. Its invisible presence proves fatal to the rose. Its invisible presence proves fatal to the rose. The worm entangles, E-N-T-A-N-G-L-E-S, the worm entangles the rose in love. It possesses the rose fully. It bites the rose, thus it spoils innocence, beauty. The storm energizes the worm and it takes shelter in the rose's bed of crimson joy. The worm energizes the worm, the storm energizes the worm and it takes shelter in the rose's bed of crimson joy. Actually, the worm evokes the image of the biblical serpent, S-E-R-P-E-N-T. The worm evokes the image of the biblical serpent. It is a Satan in disguise. His dark secret love destroys the rose's life. His dark secret love destroys the rose's life. Thus the worm becomes an instrument of destruction. Thus the worm becomes an instrument of destruction. The next question may be, what is crimson joy? And what is dark secret love? In my early class, I told you on this particular topic. Now I repeat. What is crimson joy? The word crimson suggests sexual pleasure. The repressed sexuality of the rose has been artistically expressed by the word crimson. The repressed sexuality of the rose has been artistically expressed by the word crimson. The rose is publicly modest but privately passionate. The rose is publicly modest but privately passionate. So the crimson joy suggests both sexual pleasure and destruction of innocence. What is the dark secret love? This is the love of the invisible worm. This is the love of the invisible worm. This love is dark because the worm overshadows the purity of the rose in a dark, stormy night. This love is dark because the worm overshadows the purity of the rose in a dark, stormy night. It is secret because it suggests repressed feelings for social love. It is secret because it suggests repressed, R-E-P-R-E-S-S-E-D, repressed feelings for social love. This dark secret love suggests the feelings of jealousy and possessiveness. This dark secret love suggests the feelings of jealousy and possessiveness. This love represents a fall, F-A-L-L, from the state of innocence. This love represents a fall from the state of innocence. These are the questions which may be set in the examination. Next class we will discuss on the significance of the title and some questions carrying on 1 mark. and textual grammar on this particular topic. Till then, goodbye.